Today is the Writer's Anointing Show. I'm your host, Dr. Jewel Williams, and I'm here with today's episode, Is the Message Clear? I want to welcome you for today's tip. Welcome again to today's episode of the Writer's Anointing Show, and our tip for today is the message clear. I've been talking to you this month about the message. We talked a little bit about who is the message for, what is the message, and now today I want to just talk to you about, is the message clear? How do you know and how do you ensure that the message you're trying to convey to your audience is clear? Well, one of the ways that you do that is editing. When you've done editing, edit some more. Oftentimes people don't like to edit. I know we're in a day and age where anybody can get published and it's a quick process and it's not as arduous to, it's not as hard to get it done as it may have been in past times. But just because it's easier to publish doesn't mean that it shouldn't be important to you to make sure that the message you're getting out is clear. And one of the ways is getting it edited. You can self-edit and that's fine, but I would not stop at that being the only thing that I do. I would make sure that I got a professional editor. To be honest, most expensive thing that you can do in publishing is not even the publishing part, because you can self-publish if that's your choice. The most expensive part is really getting it edited. You want to find a good editor. And, sometimes the pricing, because you can spend thousands of dollars in editing, and maybe even though this work is good for you and you want to get the message out, you don't have thousands of dollars. Well, at least be creative. Do you know someone that's a writing teacher? Do you know someone that's an English teacher? Do you know someone that's a college professor? Find someone that has great writing skills. Find somebody that maybe does a lot of writing just on their job or something like that. But you want someone that has good writing skills that you can even have look over your work for you. Some will charge, some not, but you want to make sure that you're having someone do that. Look for college students or students that have degrees in English or degrees in some type of a writing capacity, and use those. So those are less expensive price-wise, but that doesn't mean you're getting a lesser quality of work. And because your message is important, you want to make sure that what you thought you said is what you actually said. One tip that I have is, even as a writer, and I do some of my own self-editing before I have someone else edit, is I will write, but then I step away from my work for a while so that when I come back to it, it's fresh, it's clear, it's new, because your mind and your brain is wired in such a way that you know what you meant and you can fill in blanks where words were actually left out. And so it is important that you do your due diligence to make sure you're editing your work, because if you feel your message is important, you want to make sure it's clear. So I just want to thank you for joining me today. And again, you want to make sure the message is clear. I'm your host, Dr. Jewel Williams. If you are interested in writing or you need a coach, you can go to publishthevision.com, which is my my website, or you can email me at drjewelwilliams@publishthevision.com. Again, that's drjewelwilliams@publishthevision.com. So I thank you for joining me for today's The Writer's Anointing tips. And as I always say, let's keep writing until we get it done. Let's write it.